Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. For those of you that are new to my channel, my name is Iswa, the Infinite Goddess, and I am an intuitive guide here to help raise the vibration of every infinite soul one at a time. So today I'm going to be kicking off my fear series, answering the questions about what fear is, why are people fearful, how the world and our family members or friends can contribute to our fears. Okay, so first we're going to talk about what fear is. And in case you didn't know, every day from now until October 7th, I'm going to be releasing a new video talking about a new topic, but all centered around the fear series. And throughout this entire month, I'll be releasing a new video every single day. Let's talk about what fear is. Okay, so fear is not just a feeling, fear is energy. It has two sides. Think of a quarter. Think about how a quarter has a head side and a tails. So if fear is the quarter, fear has two sides. One can make you feel happy and one unhappy, okay? The happy part is high vibrational and the unhappy part is low vibrational. It doesn't make you feel good, okay? But it doesn't change the fact that it's the quarter. It doesn't change the fact that it's fear. So fear can be used to help you or it can be used to harm you. And we'll get into that a little bit later. First, let's think about, should we actually fear everything and run, face everything and rise, or should we believe that fear is false evidence appearing real? So in order for us to answer that question, we got to figure out, where does it lead us? So let's think about the first one, fear everything and run. So where does fear everything and run lead you? Maybe you already have the answer already, but fearing everything and run, it leaves you in a repetitive cycle, okay? Just going on and on, this repetitive cycle of fearing the same thing over and over. And when you think about that repetitive cycle, I want you to think about the example of the fear that you might have had as a child. So when I was a child, I had a fear of the dark, okay? So I really didn't like to be in super dark places. I needed at least some type of light or night light on. As an adult, I still carried that fear, not wanting everything to be pitch black because I felt like I could not see anything. I would be caught off guard, everything. So I still didn't like anything to be pitch black. Along my self-discovery journey, I started to notice that I was not the only adult, okay, who still carried some of their fears from childhood into their adult life. And then I had to start to begin to face that fear. That's an example of a repetitive cycle where you don't face anything. So let's talk about, why are people fearful? People fear what they don't understand. And understanding just means that you get clarity on a situation or thing from within you, okay? So other people, they don't know why they fear things. They just do. Most fear things because they have assumed what the outcome would be, even though the outcome doesn't exist yet. They're in the future, thinking ahead. Others fear based on past experiences they've had that they have yet to heal from. So if you had an experience with something and you kind of haven't really healed from that, then you're going to keep that fear there. Think about this. Ever wonder why a surfer that gets attacked by a shark still goes back surfing? I'm gonna leave you with that. I'm gonna let you think about that right there, because that was something that I had to think about. You think about surfing and you think about all the people that have been attacked by sharks or just almost drowned or near-death experiences, and they go right back to that situation, and you don't see this fear in them, or they would never go back and do it again. But they do, and there's something that they are accessing because they're doing that. Others have fear based on the world's programming of what fear is and or from others' experiences like family or friends, even though some of them haven't really experienced the same thing themselves. So let's talk about the ways that the world contributes to our fear as well. And the way they contribute to fear is through movies, what they put in the movies, what they put on these TV shows, in books, the news. It's the entire program really is fear-based. Why? Because the fear that works against you, it carries vibration that makes you feel helpless, powerless, needy, angry, and a bunch of other things, right? It actually carries a frequency of 19 hertz below the note that a human ear can actually interpret or hear, right? That's considered the lowest frequency. So when you even just think about fear being the lowest frequency already, then you're just like, there has to be a plan in place that someone thought about to continue to put fear out there the way that they are putting, especially when it comes to children. And a lot of times, where do they put a lot of these things? They put it in things that our children watch, that we watched when we were younger. And then you grow up, and that repetitive cycle that I was talking about, it never leaves because you don't face it. You don't face everything to rise. You fear everything and you run. So now let's talk about how your family can contribute to some of your fears. And really it's just through them sharing their own experiences with you, hearsay, gossip, and even some of them don't even have the experience, it's just their personal opinion. So a lot of times them sharing that with you can also create a belief within you, an idea, and then a belief within you of an outcome that hasn't happened for you personally. So let's talk about how fear works for you. So over time, as you begin to get what fear really is, then you'll begin to see that fear is just a form of energy that can be used in the way you desire, like how the world uses it in the way that they desire, right? And that you can create your own idea, that when fear shows up, that it's just a friendly reminder of what you need to go toward that's going to help you. Okay, so that's facing your fear and rising, because fear really equals help to know your power within. It's one of the starters to finding out who you really are, which helps you go on this journey of self-discovery. When you begin to start thinking about fear and how you want to face your fear, really look at what it is that you fear first. And then you want to determine how you want to take in this fear, whether you want it to be working for you or you want it to work against you. Of course, everybody wants fear to work for them, okay, which keeps you in a high vibration. So then you have to look at it and you have to face that fear. And you have to put yourself in a position to say, okay, you know what? This is something I need to be learning. I need to be learning this right here. So if I'm afraid of the dark, that means that maybe I need to be in the dark to face it, to figure out self-discovery. Why am I fearful of the dark? What is it about the dark that gets me like that, where I don't really want to be in it? Is my lack of understanding of what the dark really represents? What is that? And so once you begin to face that and understand your fears, you'll understand fear more and more. And every time that you come across something that you're fearing, you'll begin to change your mindset about how it's working for you. And then you'll be able to face your fears. I want you guys to leave a comment below of what your fears are currently and why you fear them, if you know. And I want you to prepare for tomorrow's video. I'll be covering the different types of fear and the top 3 fears that most people have. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. And remember, you are magic. So today, be magical. Bye.